That's okay.
About
That's
this,
it.
so.
It's no problem at all. Happy to talk to you. If there's anything else we can do, let you know. Again, I'll.
For what? I have to break the law in public for you to arrest me.
You are no longer welcome in this area.
He's twisting my wrist. He's twisting my wrist.
You are under arrest.
Okay, I'm going dead weight. Please don't twist my wrist. You're not stronger than me, bud. You're not stronger than me. Let go of me.
Have you ever wondered what happens when a citizen stands up to law enforcement after being wrongfully arrested? What unfolds when the tables turn and the system is held accountable? Today, we dive into a gripping case where a man, illegally detained, fought back in court and exposed the flaws in the system. This is a story of resilience, justice, and the power of knowing your rights. On December 5th, 2024, William Reynolds, a First Amendment auditor, visited the Cheektowaga Police Department in New York with his wife, Patricia, to file a complaint. What followed was a tense encounter with Sergeant James Ratowski, captured on video by Ms. Reynolds. The incident raises critical questions about police conduct, constitutional rights, and the limits of authority. You're watching Cops and Consequences. Subscribe now to join our community.
You'd like to listen, but I don't think it's going to help because part of it's against Lieutenant Slavatiski.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a question. Your body cam's on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a question that maybe you could answer, and I just want your opinion on it. I'm a big guy, right?
Okay.
Are you guys allowed to, like, you guys have to follow the same laws I do. The uniform, that badge doesn't give you extra rights or privileges, right? So if you put your hands on a citizen, a private citizen, without rights or without reason, and nothing is done, the lieutenant, I asked him in the office when he took me back the other day, I said, if I was to right now get up and shove you in the shoulder like Officer Grant shoved me, what would happen? He told me, I would laugh at you. Right then I should have crossed that desk. When we come out this door, I asked him again, what would happen if I put my hands on you? I would laugh at you. About 10 seconds later, now if you like to see the video, I've got it from the video. He says, I'd laugh at you for being so stupid for getting arrested. That's entrapment. He also cursed at me. I can't get a lot of your officers to identify. I can't get the name of an officer I filed the complaint on because Hotchkiss says, well, we've put the complaint in, but I'm not going to tell you which of the 3 officers there cursed at you.
Okay.
Even though she knows.
Okay.
I was put on 941 paperwork.
I'm sorry, I'm unaware of
No,
all
I'm
the
just like,
situations.
like I said, that's why I'm asking to speak to the captain of the chief.
Okay. I can.
I would love for you, all I need from you, because they have an office here, right? You can go speak to them. Let them know William Reynolds is here. He will be here until they come see me.
Okay.
If they don't come see me today, I'll be posting my videos online and you guys can deal with the complaints and calls that you will get.
Okay.
Because, like I said, your lieutenant cursed at me by doing trapping. Like I said, there's just a ton of stuff. So if you want to go either tell the chief or the captain, William Reynolds is going to be sitting in your lobby. He will talk to every person that comes in.
Okay.
He will video record everything.
I can do a couple things for you. I can. I think they're in an administrative meeting right now. I can leave a message for you.
Oh,
if you'd like, I can direct you to his phone.
You need an answer. I've already called him twice.
Okay.
He don't call me back.
Okay.
That's why I'm in person.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm allowed to sit in this lobby and record all I want. I'm allowed to talk to people that come in. I'm allowed to ask your staff things. I'm allowed to record you, please. I'm going to ask why I've been pulled over for a plate blocker, for my plate being illegal, my plate holder being illegal.
Okay.
You guys have vehicles out in your private lot with toll blockers, front tinted windows, and he says, well, they're on a private lot, so I'm not going to ticket them. My next thing is I'm going to sit out in a lawn chair waiting for them to leave. I'm going to call 911 every time someone leaves.
Okay.
You guys are going to either hold yourselves accountable or I'm going to do it. You will either be the consequences for yourself or I will be your consequences. It's not going to happen anymore. Your officers are not going to run free doing whatever they want, cursing at people, here, let me see you can stop this for a minute. Stop.
Reynolds argued that under Section 240.20 of the New York Penal Law, a police officer cannot be the victim of a disorderly conduct charge unless specific conditions are met. The law states that disorderly conduct occurs when an individual, with intent to cause public inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm, uses abusive or obscene language in a public place. However, as established in City of Houston v. Hill, 1987, the First Amendment protects verbal criticism directed at police officers. The Second Circuit Court of Appeals in POSR v. Court Officer Shield No. 207, 1999, further clarified that only fighting words directed at officers can be criminalized. These are words that tend to incite an immediate breach of the peace. In Stern v. Shamus, 2015, the court held that abusive language is not unlawful unless it meets this high standard. Therefore, unless Reynolds' words rose to the level of fighting words, his speech was constitutionally protected.
Like I said, if you want to go tell either Coons or Jarris that it's going to be a long day for them.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long day
I'll
every
pass the
day.
message along. I don't know what's on
That's all I
the
want. And
agenda.
you don't have to say anything else besides it will be a very long day, it's going to be a difficult time until they come see me. And,
Okay.
And I'll be here until they do, and I'll keep calling, and I'll have other people call on my behalf. They can either stop this now and be men and come out here and talk to me, and be adults, and hold their officers accountable for the bad things they do, the lies they tell. I'd appreciate passing on. I appreciate talking.
Yeah, no
like
problem
I said,
at all. No problem at all.
I get, in the long run, you have to protect your department and your job. I get that, and it's not about a personal thing against me. It's just you can't say something, whether you believe it or not. You're pretty much playing PR right now, and I get that. We'll let the captain and the chief, we'll let them say their stuff.
Yeah.
When I came in and filed my complaint, I was told by the male officer, I should have gotten his name, He told me that I said I want your officer arrested or charged with disorderly conduct. I'm not going to charge my officer with disorderly conduct. We should have arrested you for like 80 times. Arrest me. I am a First Amendment auditor. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you've heard of Long Island audit. I'm sure you probably know of Dan Warmus auditing here in county.
Yeah. I watch Dan stuff.
Yeah, I do that stuff too. Though the one that cursed at me, he needs to get a disorderly conduct violation. Do Slavatisky. Interference is physical, correct? And it is physical, right? Interference. If you charge me with interference, it has to be a physical. My words are not interference, right? Me just being there is not interference. Your officer having to take his attention away from his call is not interference.
When you say interference, you mean like a specific a criminal charge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interfering with an officer's duty,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I apologize.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Typically, it is.
So me just talking and being there, that's interference?
If I can't speak for that situation.
No.
sir. Yeah.
In general, is interference? It literally says in the statute it's a physical act. So why are we going round and round? It says in the statute interference has to be physical.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm asking. Yes or no? Interference has to be physical, right?
Again, we can go hypotheticals all day.
It's not hypothetical. In the statute, does it say it has to be physical?
It doesn't say physical. No. So if you're and interference, let me kind of push on that. That is not a quote unquote charge that we have here. Are you referring to obstruction?
I'm sorry. Yes, that's
okay.
what it is.
Obstruction of governmental administration. Yeah, it could be physical interference. But again, hypotheticals. If I'm trying to investigate a situation, if I have somebody in the middle of the situation who's uninvolved,
you can put up tape. That's the beautiful part.
Screaming. Yep. Could
put
up tape.
You can put up. Let's not use that.
Yeah.
Screaming is your addition. I don't scream at people.
Yeah.
Reynolds also contended that obstruction of governmental administration requires a physical act. Section 195.05 of the New York Penal Law defines obstruction as intentionally interfering with a public servant's official function through intimidation, physical force, or interference. In People v. Case, 1977, the court ruled that mere words do not constitute physical interference. This precedent was reinforced in Charles I City of New York, 2017, where the court found no evidence of physical interference when a citizen aggressively filmed officers. Additionally, Section 79P of the New York Civil Rights Law grants individuals the right to record law enforcement activity, provided they do not physically interfere. So Reynolds' footage may be protected under state law, although the First Amendment imposes additional restrictions.
I appreciate you, officer.
Yeah,
if you want to go tell the chief and the captain.
William, right?
William.
And then Pat?
Patricia, yeah.
Patricia, I'm sorry.
And let them
Nice
know
to meet
William
you.
Reynolds. They know who I am. I guarantee.
Okay.
I
I'll pass the message along.
This will not stop until my needs are met. This will not stop. I can be here every day. I can record. I will protest. Y'all can hold yourself accountable, or I will do it. Like when I ask for an officer for charges to be filed against an officer, and they tell me they won't do it, I'm asking you to file charges. You're an officer. That's what you do. You don't get to decide whether, I'm not going to do it. I asked you to file charges, right? It should have been done, correct?
I can't speak for that. If you let me.
As an officer, right now, I am asking you to file charges against the officer that swore at me for disorderly conduct, and I want charges for disorderly conduct against Officer Slavatisky for cursing at me in his office.
Yeah. Would I file charges against Lieutenant Swalaticki or that other person? I wouldn't. I would generate a report. I would generate a complaint of some sort. But me personally not being involved in the situation, I would need more proof.
That is your job. You
Yep.
are not the court. You are not the judge. You are not the attorney. You just cite the person. You let them deal with it.
So specifically for disorderly conduct, it being a violation in New York State, unless,
Anything that
I
is
guess
caused
it
to
would be-
disturb or alarm. I was
Yeah.
alarmed that he would call me while he is on the job. I am alarmed. I am letting you know of the circumstances. I would
Yeah.
like Slavatisky, and I'd like the body cam footage to be seen, and I'd like your other officers cited with disorderly conduct. Just say, we don't need to go back and forth anymore. Are you going to cite them, yes or no?
me personally, I wouldn't review that situation, sir, because I don't think it happened on my shift, number
It doesn't
one.
matter.
Yeah.
You're a police officer.
Yeah.
A statute was broken. I would like Black Chief, who was on today. I know he's on because I saw your paperwork. I want him to come down. He was there. I'd like him to issue the citation
The citation to,
for disorderly conduct against the officer that swore against me. He was there. He saw it happen, right?
Okay.
You saying you can't do it because you weren't there. I'm asking you for the sergeant that was there, that showed up on scene and heard your officer curse at me.
I think with the complaint that you have, if they address that further today with you, I would address it with either Captain Gervais or the Chief of Police, whoever speaks to you.
Okay.
But as far as me filing charges or Sergeant Black Chief filing charges against an officer,
But I'm just going off of you. You gave me a bunch of reasons why you wouldn't or couldn't, and I'm giving you reasons why that guy can. And they're the exact reasons why you said you couldn't.
I'm not trying to speculate or argue with you.
Me neither. I just want to know that if someone wants to file a disorderly conduct charge with you, that you're telling me because you weren't there, you won't file it. I'm not asking you to be judge, jury, or a lawyer. I'm asking you to file a charge and let the judge and them decide. You have body cam. And if it didn't happen, then he walks free, right?
It would definitely go up.
It's
the chain.
good to know that no matter what happens, they will not file charges against their officers. They will not hold each other accountable at the time things happen. So, I'm gonna let you go so you can get your call.
Sure.
If you'd let the chief
Yeah,
and or captain
absolutely.
know,
Again,
appreciate it.
nice to talk to you, nice to talk to you, dear.
Hey,
Yeah.
if I got hyped anyway, I get a
That's
little
okay.
emotional about
That's
this.
it.
So,
It's no problem at all. Happy to talk to you. If there's anything else we can do, let you know. Again, I'll pass the message along. I don't know what their
just like I
schedule
said,
is
just
today.
let them know I will be here all day,
Okay.
every day until they
All right.
want to talk to me.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Reynolds requested that Sergeant Ratowski file a disorderly conduct charge against Lieutenant Slitsky, who had cursed at him. However, under Section 140.10 of the New York Criminal Procedure Law, an officer can only make warrantless arrests for violations witnessed in their presence. Since Ratowski did not witness the altercation, he lacked the authority to act. Moreover, as established in Pensa v. Gonzalez, 2011, the disorderly conduct statute targets actions intended to cause public disorder. Slitsky's use of profanity during a private dispute with Reynolds did not meet this criterion. Additionally, the encounter occurred in Slitsky's office, which is not a public place. Finally, Slitsky's speech was protected by the First Amendment, as it did not constitute fighting words.
To be clear, I want you to be clear with what's going on with me here. I'm not leaving. I'm not trespassing. I'm broken the
What I'm
laws.
telling you is, if you disrupt the normal operations of our police station, you will be.
How so? How would I be disrupting? Let me know so I don't do
If
it.
our dispatchers can't sit here and conduct their work with you without you disrupting them,
How, wait, well, hold
then
on.
officers will be arrested.
Sit there?
Okay? And you need
I
to
didn't
have a
disrupt them
legit-
there. How did I disrupt them
You need to have
there?
a legitimate purpose for being here.
I am. I would like to see the captain or the chief.
They are not available. You will not see them.
I will sit here all day and I will come back tomorrow and I'll come back every subsequent day until they see me. You're not understanding. I'm disabled. You have no authority over me. You're not going to tell me what to do. You don't intimidate me. You understand that?
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
So we can get the chief.
I want to be very clear.
Who are you?
I'm
Please
Captain
identify.
Schmidt.
Captain Schmidt. Let's get some.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We are not going to continue in this pattern. You are interrupting the flow of our operations.
You would let me know how I'm interrupting. I would like to know how I'm interrupting.
All of your complaints are.
You said I
closed.
knocked on the window and I'm a.
Listen, because I need you to hear this. All of your complaints are closed. If you're dissatisfied with how they've been dealt with, you can follow up with the Attorney General's office. That is your remedy. If you're further dissatisfied with how you've been treated, you may follow a lawsuit, get yourself an attorney and do that. What we are not going to do is we're not going to have you sit in our front lobby. We have a
You
duty.
can't do anything about
We
it.
have a
You can't do
duty.
anything about it, Captain Schmidt.
We have a
You
duty
can't do anything
to keep
about
this
it, Captain.
lobby open for the other members of our town to come in and file reports.
You're 100%
for
right.
victims of crime to come in, for people to come in.
Is
and
this
get
a
their
public
police
lobby?
reports.
It is on the onus of you to create privacy. You don't want to
That's
talk to me,
right.
bro. I know
You're
more than you. I know
exactly
more
right.
than you. I know more than you.
I just want you to understand what I'm saying.
Are you going to arrest me if I
If
don't
you
leave? Are you
continue-
going to arrest me if I don't leave?
Yes. Yes.
You might
I
want to
am.
put the cuffs on me right now. Put the cuffs on me
I
right now. I'm not
absolutely
leaving.
am.
I am protesting. I am in your lobby protesting.
So I want to be clear.
First Amendment
You have
right.
No legitimate
First Amendment
business.
right.
You're creating a disturbance.
Where?
I have a question.
There's other
Well,
people. Our operations.
One person now. There's one person here. What disturbance?
He's the
He's
he's
in
the
here.
mailman.
He's the mailman.
Okay.
I'm their mailman too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
He's my
Thank
mailman.
you.
arrest me or get the hell out of my
How
face.
was a
I am done.
complaint?
Right now, you can stand up. You can walk out.
No, I'm not. So you can arrest me.
You refuse to leave, you are going to be arrested for
For what?
How was
I have to break the law in public for you to arrest
You are
me.
no longer welcome in this area.
Why? I'm First
Because
Amendment.
you are creating a
Is it a
disturbance.
First Amendment
Your
right
cause
to?
is to interrupt the flow of our operations.
How? How? What did I? Okay.
Our front desk lobby is now closed because of your attitudes, because of your actions, because of
They've
your
never
behavior.
been out
The
here.
Yeah, I
dispatch
asked
do not
what-
feel safe being at the front desk with you.
They're
That's not my
behind
problem. That's not my
glass.
problem. If you don't
It
feel
is.
safety, you should be a cop.
Okay.
Are you buying both?
So this is.
Let me
this
ask
is-
you a
this is what it
question.
comes
Let me
down
ask
to.
you a question.
You can leave or you can be arrested for trespass. You are no longer welcome in this
Stop
lobby.
How-
me.
That's it.
Stop me. I
How
want
are
to know
you-
what live.
Stand up.
I want to know what live.
Stand up.
I am
Stand
passively.
up and turn
I'm
around.
passively aggressive. Passively.
Stand up and turn around. You are
Patty,
under arrest
he's
for
twisting my
trespass.
wrist. He's twisting my
You
wrist.
are under arrest. Stand
Okay,
up.
I'm going dead weight. Please don't twist my wrist. You're not stronger than me, bud. You're not stronger than me. Let go of me.
Listen.
Let go of me. You're not
Bubs,
stronger than me.
Bubs.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to get hurt.
How can you
How can
say,
you? How are you?
how can you say a complaint was closed that was never filed?
That's what we have here, number one.
Please don't twist my wrist. I'm putting my hands behind my back. Patty, you see how rough they're being with me?
How can you say a complaint was closed that was never filed? We are here to file the complaint and you're saying it's already closed.
You are under arrest for trespass.
Well, why did I break the I didn't matter. I have to break the law. I have to break the law,
And you can take
sir.
that up in court.
Okay. Just
You
like
have to wait out here.
That's fine. I haven't gone anywhere.
When Captain Schmidt ordered Reynolds to leave the police station and he refused, Reynolds was arrested for trespassing. Section 140.05 of the New York Penal Law defines trespass as knowingly entering or remaining unlawfully on premises. However, Section 140.00 clarifies that a person is not trespassing if they defy a lawful order to leave. However, Reynolds' situation is distinguishable. He had legitimate business at the station, filing a complaint, and was not disruptive. Therefore, the order to leave may have been unlawful, and his arrest for trespassing likely unjustified.
Start again from the part where you're no longer accepting complaints from my husband.
So, and I would be very clear on this, so there is no confusion. Every time we have an
Wait,
interaction-
I need you to say we
I'm
are
getting
no,
there. I'm
okay.
going to build to that
Okay.
point, so I'm going to say it very articulately,
Okay.
so there's no confusion. Every time we deal with your husband, that is a targeted attempt, in our estimation, for him to complain about our officers. Every time we have an interaction with him, what follows is another complaint. We have adjudicated complaint after complaint after complaint. We are not going to continue to entertain this behavior. We are not going to continue to use our manpower and our resources to focus on one person who is trying to interact with the police to make complaints. We're not going to.
You understand though, if your police were conducting themselves professionally, if they were not calling my husband an if they were not lying to both of us, we wouldn't be in this
So
situation.
there are other avenues for him, as I already explained earlier. He can go to the Attorney General's office if he believes we're not handling these complaints seriously,
Mm-hmm.
if we're not investigating them fully. He can file a lawsuit. Those are avenues to him that are legal avenues. Once we're at the point where I say you have no legal purpose in this building any longer and you are interfering with their operations and you need to leave,
Right.
at that point, he had to leave.
Because you came out saying the complaint was filed and closed.
Yeah, so,
But we hadn't
and
even
what we're
filed
not
it yet.
doing is we're not just going to continue to do, okay, that complaint's closed, I'm doing a new complaint. Well, I don't like the way they talk to me, it's a new complaint, it's a new
Well,
complaint. it's a
so
new
here's the issue
It's a
though,
drain
when
on police resources.
I understand.
After Reynolds' arrest, Captain Schmidt informed his wife that the department would no longer accept complaints from him. This decision violated Cheektowaga Police Policy 1010, which requires all complaints to be courteously accepted and promptly investigated. Schmidt's actions not only breached department policy, but also likely infringed on Reynolds' Fourth Amendment rights. Sergeant Ratowski, on the other hand, demonstrated professionalism throughout the encounter. He engaged in meaningful dialogue with Reynolds, refused to issue an unlawful citation, and maintained a respectful demeanor. While Reynolds showed tenacity in defending his rights, his insistence on arresting Slitsky for profanity and occasional aggression toward Ratowski detracted from his credibility. This case underscores the importance of understanding constitutional rights and the complexities of police-citizen interactions. It also highlights the need for accountability within law enforcement. What would you do if you found yourself in a similar situation? How far would you go to defend your rights? Stay informed, stay empowered, and never stop questioning the system. You're watching Cops and Consequences. Subscribe now to join our community.